Rap Life Review. But this week we're gonna review the year. My name is Ebro. I host here with these other humans. And we're gonna and make sure you subscribe, man. So we gotta get into the year in review.
Yeah.
And speaking of review, Apple Music featured the replay this year. It's been there for a while, but this year was a little bit easier to find. So we have everybody's kind of replay list. It was pulling teeth trying to get Eddie's. We'll talk about that, I'm sure. What do you think, Lo, was Nadeska's top artist?
Guessing game? Okay.
Is it there?
I'm going to take this iPad away. Yeah, go ahead.
Thames, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that's a great guess, actually.
Is it?
She was not in my top 5, but definitely top 10.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest
Okay.
Thames.
Thames.
Yeah.
I got a quiz for you. Who do you think is the only one of us four who had Kanye in the top 5?
Oh, Ebro.
Surprising to anybody?
No.
I'll be playing that heat, bro.
So every week we were talking about Kanye here, you just went home and just read.
Nah, I got them Kanye classics go up. I don't know why y'all giggling. Y'all don't listen to my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
Not anymore.
That wasn't even the songs that I saw on your list, really. It was like
Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
I like the
Barry Bonds is
school
fire.
Kanye.
All right, any other pop quiz questions here? Some
No.
artists we had in common, maybe on our
Artists we had in
replay?
common.
Almost everybody had Beyonce except for Lo.
You didn't listen to Beyonce?
Not as much as everybody else did.
fair.
Not to say it's not a great project.
I love the Beyonce album. It went around in the house a lot, mostly because of my daughter and my lady.
Yeah.
But that's on my file. So I love the Beyonce album. But I don't think I would have listened to it as much as it shows without
the ladies.
There goes the
Yeah.
explainer.
I was banging it.
It's 4 out of his top
No,
5
no,
songs.
I was
of Beyonce.
banging it,
dog.
No, it was going
I
around
was
in
banging
mine.
it. I was banging it, but like at a certain point, it was like enough. Like it was on TikTok all the time. It was always on Twitter, Instagram. I was like, okay, I've had enough. I get it. I respect it. I love it. The nominations, everything fell in line with it. But just me, nah, I just couldn't.
You know what it was for me? You know how like you go to a dude's house like in the early 2000s and it was always on SportsCenter?
Yeah.
And like it was like, what are you watching? TV's just always, and you've seen them replays a million times. Like, oh, look, Vince Carter's dunking again.
Yeah.
That was the Beyonce album for me. It's like when all else fails, like I don't
Beyonce.
feel like
Phenomenal. Yo, by the way, top to bottom,
It's a great album.
one of the best albums of the year. One I didn't expect to show up in my top albums was Drake, Honestly Nevermind. So
You bumped that?
I was bumping, what was that joint?
Don't
I
laugh.
liked?
Don't laugh.
Why was you mad?
I didn't. You bumped that?
He's
Yeah,
the
I like
only-
that. I like that Sticky.
Yep.
And
Sticky
I like,
is cool.
I like
and
Text
I
Go
like,
Green.
obviously I like Jimmy Cooks. What was the one you just said?
Text Go
Go
Green,
Green.
I like too.
As far as listening through an album, it's one of the albums that I tried to like. Like I tried to listen through it multiple times, and then kind of like I was disappointed in some of the songwriting, so I never went back.
Was her loss on there?
Her Loss was not on mine.
Oh,
It
Okay.
wasn't on mine.
So you
But
listen
maybe-
honestly, never mind, more than her loss.
I
Yeah.
guess recently, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Well, I guess he was trying to. It was not experiment with it. I guess you were trying.
I was
to
trying to
understand.
get the
Yeah,
album.
you were trying to understand what he
Her
was
Loss,
doing.
I took what I wanted from it
Yeah.
and would listen to them joints.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
How many people went back to the Kendrick album?
yeah,
I did.
100%.
You went back.
Yeah, I did.
You went back?
100%.
A couple times.
You went back to Nadeska?
It's one of my most listened albums of the year, next to Pusha T, for sure.
Yeah.
Go back that much.
You didn't, not at all.
To what? To what? Kendrick?
I didn't go back that much.
Wow. Is there a reason?
I mean, I got what I want. It's kind of like you ever seen Moonlight?
No.
Yes.
The movie.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
yes. Yeah.
You kind of get it.
The weight of it.
Yeah, you watch it, you're like, got it. It's good.
But there are no
Rock with
songs
it.
like Die Hard or anything that you just wanted to bump.
No,
Some of them
no.
were just like also fun.
Now you
couple
talking
fun
about the
records,
whole joint.
There's songs. There's definitely songs.
but
But
not
it's
full
like,
album listen.
I enjoyed Fruitville Station. I'll never watch it again.
Wow. Okay.
I just don't need to go back to it a lot. That's not taking anything.
It's not for you.
It's not for me like that.
It's not for you. You don't like therapy rap. You don't really
No,
like
I don't
you don't
do
like
therapy.
self-improvement rap and people
No.
dealing with their demons and all that.
That's why I like Jeezy. I like Snowfall. Like, sell some coke. That's what
Yeah.
I'm with. That's what, like I like to live
Stay
vicariously.
toxic.
So did I listen to the most coke rap this year?
No, I did.
I think Drake is the one artist that was in our top 5, but I clearly listened to Pusha T the most.
Between Pusha T and Jeezy, that's where my and Nas, that's where my mind was the entire year. Like I stuck right there. What Jeezy did, giving us that old school 05, 06, what Pusha did, still letting us know how much coke he sells, and to the
I think it was past tense. It was sold.
Sold.
I think
Yeah,
Pusha
yeah.
really rapped in past tense this time on this album more than he has in the past. If you really pay attention to it, because it's in my top 5
See,
too.
like
Okay.
that's a good perspective. I didn't think about it like that.
Because if you listen, he's storytelling about events of the past.
Especially how he opens up the project. We talking about his former manager.
Right.
Yes, you're right.
It's a very past tense. Normally, Pusha's rapping in the present.
Yeah.
Pusha obviously lives in a space of the hip hop world critiquing his coke rap. People who don't like it, people who love it, right? And so then there's, I think it was in this album or in this album cycle where Pusha was like, look, this is what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's owning it.
I think out of all his solo projects, I think this is probably the best one. It's way more structured. The sequencing is phenomenal. Obviously, it's Kanye and Pharrell, but this structure, the story, like you said, the storytelling abilities on this album, I think outlasts every solo project he's done.
And he got his audience. You know what I'm saying?
his audience.
He's Grammy nominated.
I'm right
so it's
here.
working for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's doing his numbers. I gotta say, I could tell who has kids and who don't.
Man, yeah, whatever. So I definitely
No, because like mine is, like if you look at my top albums, it's Beyonce, Drake, Wizkid, Santa Baby, Alicia Keys, and then Pusha. So when you get a family and stuff, you're not just listening to Pusha all the time.
I mean,
You gotta like find new material that you can, you know what I'm
Play
saying?
around
Your
the house,
child,
yeah.
you and your husband, y'all can still listen to coke rap and the baby not really knowing what's going on. You got a couple of years
Listen.
left, Nadeska.
yeah, you're right.
A couple of
she
years.
can't speak yet, but I would be surprised if she didn't know some of the words from Neck and Wrist as much as I've listened
She
to
will,
that
at
song with
some
her.
point she will.
As much as I've
She's
listened
But
to
wait
it.
till you
heard
got
it
an
enough.
8-year-old, bro.
I know. That's,
Then you like, all right, you want to learn about these classic Christmas songs? Alicia Keys did a new rendition of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's going to be all Disney soundtracks and classical. We listen to a lot of classical music together too in the morning.
listen,
Disney
I
soundtracks
dodged
be fire though.
I dodged the Disney soundtracks. We taking a.
Why would
we
you
did,
do that?
Well, because I wanted to teach my daughter about real music. I didn't want to spend years we watched Disney,
Okay.
but when we're
you.
driving, I play joints that she could listen to.
Okay.
For instance, some Silk Sonic in there,
Okay.
Yeah.
some Bruno Mars in there, some Bob Marley is always
Okay.
good to go,
Yeah.
some Stevie Wonder, right? Like you can still get to some Shaka Khan, some Stephanie Mills,
Patti
you can get to
LaBelle.
Michael Jackson,
Hey, look, man,
you
to
can
be
get
fair,
to some
dog.
Prince.
Get the kids what the kids want. Like you try to be
No,
like,
we do that.
I know, but like, bro,
They don't get to run the radio.
Hercules-
When I was a kid, I didn't
Hercules
get to run
fire.
No.
Tarzan got Phil Collins.
It's some heat on there.
Fire.
It's some heat.
Elton John didn't have to do his thing on
It's
Lion
some
King
heat on there,
soundtrack,
bro.
but he did it anyway.
But this is why the kids end up making bull rap songs.
Nah, stop playing.
You know what I'm saying? It's because y'all parents ain't
Listen,
playing that
bro,
real.
I'm not gonna
When
let
I
you
was a
sit
kid,
here.
George Duke, Earth, Wind, and Fire was
Is he
going
done?
around in the whip. You was listening to real joints.
Not gonna
that
let
way,
you
when it came
disrespect
time
the
for you to
Disney
make
soundtracks
music,
here. Stop
listen,
it.
I'm
Bro,
not
cut it out.
disrespecting.
Listen, man,
I'm
Idina-
just saying.
those
Listen,
are
girls
works of
named
art.
Idina Menzel did not deserve this slander, bro.
Listen, it's not personal. I like Frozen.
Okay.
We watch the
That's her name,
movies
right?
all the
Idina
time.
Menzel?
But when we're in the whip riding,
I respect
the
it.
kids don't run the radio, bro.
Okay.
We tone it down for them. We tone it down. But you're going to learn this real music.
Why are you so angry about the kids listening to Disney songs?
Because
respect
that's why
this
they
kind
grow
of
up
energy
sounding
on
the
the
way they
replay.
sound right now.
It's
nah,
cute.
You are not blaming
It
this
ain't
on
cute.
Disney.
It's cute until one of these motherfuckers sample some bull and rap to it, and then we mad.
Listen, bro.
I would
TC's
love
Obviously,
That
you
real.
didn't hear
soundtrack
Mace
sample.
and Cameron go crazy on the Rugrats soundtrack back in the day.
I did,
Maya
and that
went
song
nuts.
was trash.
Take Me There is fire.
Take Me There sucks.
Oh, dog, come on.
Take
man.
Me There sucks.
Maya went crazy.
You know it sucks, and you know it sucks. The Sing movie, you know that Sing movie?
Yeah.
Got joints on it.
Yeah.
We listened to that. I
Shout out
listened
to
to
the-
that. Moana got some
Yeah.
hammers. I listened to the Moana
haven't heard
joint.
the Moana
Right? But I'm
soundtrack.
also going to play her, you know what I'm saying? Hamilton too, where they get into these bars.
We should have
That's
just
good.
gotten
No,
Issa's replay. Why
that's
are we
a good-
even
I
talking
don't-
about
This
your
is
picks?
my replay is Issa's replay,
Oh,
just
okay,
not the
that's-
Pusha T part.
Okay, guys. Glad we cleared that out. Thank you.
We have to be Drake. He put an album out, right? Sonically doing something he's never done before. Has still had a hit song off that album in rap, which was the Jimmy Cooks joint, which then teed up Her Loss, which is dominating right now.
Big's a wild way to say something, because Big could be bad. Big could be Kanye. He had a big 2022. I don't know if it was good. It was just big.
Glorilla. Look, I feel like a lot of male rappers just come out of nowhere. They blow up. Maybe they disappear. Maybe they stay here for a decade. We don't see that a lot with female rappers.
You know, just that record with Cardi, her EP, touring, everybody, you know, accepting her.
I would have to say the most disappointing 2022 and who could have had a great 2022 would have to be Kanye West.
Oh, Kanye. That's it.
It's Kanye fans. It's not Kanye. It's not Kanye.
Best comeback, have to go to Nas.
The past couple albums were also great, but I feel like he had a strong end to the year with King's Disease 3. So I'm gonna give it to Nas, although technically I don't know if it's a comeback.
I would also throw Pusha T into that too.
I think it's Jeezy, because that Snowfall project, yet again, Drama is on a phenomenal run right now.
I'm gonna have to give it to DJ Drama. Just the Gangsta Grillz rebrand, the artists he's been working with, Lil Uzi Vert, Generation Now, the label.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm a square. I got a corporate job. I've been had a corporate job since I was 19, man. But man, bro, I be whipping that Pyrex when I'm listening to Jeezy.
Man, they're so different. It's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and it's Almost Dry Pusha T. They're very different albums.
You know what the answer's gonna be. It's Beyonce, dog.
It's Almost Dry, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Can't compare those two albums. Both great. I listened to a lot of Coke rap this year. But in my deeper, more reflective moments, that Kendrick album was amazing. I think that's we're gonna be unpacking that album for decades. So that's it for me, a tie.
King's Disease 3. It's just impeccable at 49. And I'm not trying to age Nas, so if y'all are watching this, shut it. The fact that he can rhyme like that, to that ability, to that speed, to that tone is still there. If someone asked you what hip hop looked like or sounded like, I'd point to that album.
I think Lil Uzi Vert's gonna have a phenomenal 2023. We know he can rap, and he's been on some hits, and he's had a hit himself.
J. Cole. I feel like there's gonna be another Cole album on the horizon, right? We got the Gangsta Grillz tape recently. I think Dreamville Fest was back on in 2022. I think Cole owes us another album, and I feel like this is gonna be the one.
You know how many women that had kids since the last time Rihanna dropped an album?
All the girls are gonna have a huge year. It's gonna be a lot of tours, a lot of collabs, a lot of albums. I think they're gonna continue the run they're having right now and just take it swiftly right into the next year.
What is the actual top album in hip hop for 2023? I mean 2022.
King's Disease 3?
We talked all year about Pusha being your number one.
Yeah.
So King's Disease 3 bump.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
No disrespect, but I don't...
It doesn't have to be disrespect.
No. I don't know what Nas and Hit Boy got in that studio and said to each other. I don't know if they even thought this would be the reaction for that album. I don't know if they set out to do this for that album, but that's just... If anybody asks me what hip-hop sounds like, I'm pointing right to that album. There's nothing bad about that project. It's 17 bangers by himself.
No features.
No features. And the beats don't sound alike, but they flow well. The songs flow well. The storytelling flows well. He sounds crisp. He sounds motivated. He sounds like he wants to do another 3.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I've been trying to disagree with you. The whole time I've been sitting
But
here.
you can't. You can't.
It's tough,
I
man.
know.
Well, the only reason Eddie really want to disagree is because his West Coast instincts are preventing him from being honest, I think.
First of all, the Game album is really, really good.
Fire.
I know a
The
lot of
Game's
people don't
album's
want to
fire.
say it.
Why? We said it up here for sure.
The Game album is fire. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge Nas fan like that. I know that's blasphemous for a lot of people, but you know what, guys? We can all like what we like. And as someone who doesn't have a jaded viewpoint when I listen to that Nas album, I didn't come in I can't wait to listen to this new Nas and Hit Boy. King's Disease 1 and 2 is cool. They're cool. I enjoy them. I don't dislike them. I came in non-biased and I listened to the album and I was like, yo, this is nuts. And if I can have the viewpoint that I have and listen to that album and still think that, I don't see how you're wrong with album of the year. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to disagree with you. I can't figure it out.
There's not one point, or you can't disagree with anything I just said.
All right, so we're saying best or favorite. I'm just gonna go with favorite. I feel like it's too hard. I don't want to debate these two on best because the
it's not
the
a
Nas
debate.
album is incredible. For me, it's just a tie between Pusha and Kendrick, and those albums, I think you can't compare them. It just doesn't even really make sense, and I don't feel like I should be forced to pick one. Listen, we know how I feel about the Pusha album. The production's amazing. I just enjoy listening to that from top to bottom. But Kendrick bared his soul on that album, and he touched some really dark and some topics that a lot of people never want to touch in their lifetimes, dealing with family, domestic violence, sexual assault, you know what I mean, dealing with therapy issues and relationships. There was a lot he unpacked there. And like Eddie said, that album is not necessarily for everybody. It's not an easy listen. It's not something that I'm driving and playing from top to bottom every day. But I think that's an album that's going to age well. And I think decades from now, we're going to look back and just be amazed at all the things he can unpack. So for me, it's a tie between Mr. Morale and Almost Dry.
So you guys are all proud of your playlist, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm looking at
You
mine.
looking at yours?
Yep.
You proud of yours?
Proud? I wouldn't say proud. There's
Top album.
There's Coco Melon on my playlist. There's nothing to be proud of.
What's wrong with Coco
Baby?
Melon?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
You just went on a whole anti-Disney
Yeah, you
tirade.
did. You did.
And now we're going to act like
So
Coco
obviously,
Melon.
something wrong with it to you.
No, bro.
He didn't-
It's not anti. I'm not anti-Disney. Stop.
All right, let's not go down this
I'm not
road
going to let
again.
y'all control my narrative. It's about when you get the kids in the whip, you got to show them how to ride to that reel. Yeah, when you're in the house, you play the Disney, when you're trying to get them to chill out, when you're trying to get them. But there's times where you got to be like, nah,
Let's listen to some Barry Bonds.
listen to these bars.
Picks from his replay. 2022, he was
Yeah, but I don't play
running
Barry
back
Bonds for my
Barry
kid, man. Don't try to play me like that.
All right.
Don't try to play me. But Issa does love some Beyonce Homecoming,
That's
like
what my-
Uncle Eddie.
And listen. When
That's
that
your top albums.
yet again, when you can
That's
always
your
put
top,
it on.
that's your top project, top album this year?
Have you ever cleaned your house to Beyonce Homecoming?
No, I don't clean my house to Beyonce. I clean my
What
house
you clean
like
your house to?
Stevie Wonder.
Same
My-
type of thing.
No, it's
same
not- it's
type
not-
of thing.
no, it's not.
You ever done cardio to Beyonce Homecoming?
Nah.
Nah.
You ever worked on your traps to Beyonce
Oh,
Homecoming?
wait a minute. So is this what's on the gym playlist that you were so embarrassed
You
to...
got Beyonce on your gym playlist?
Of
Beyonce
course.
Homecoming, yeah.
Of course Beyonce's on the gym. Every gym
Beyonce's
playlist.
on every playlist I got.
Yeah.
I got a Fairy Tale Princess playlist. Beyonce's on that playlist too. It's all pop songs. Yeah.
said,
I got a
you-
pop
he
song.
He's trying to
was
own
Harry
it.
Styles on
Yo,
that
the real
playlist?
thing
That was
is
a-
much more, the real of this
It's
is
called
much
Fairy
more
Tale
sinister.
Princess?
Eddie's
The
pop
audience
Fairy
wants to
Tale
know.
Princess playlist.
Eddie's in love with Beyonce since 99.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yup. Correct math. Yup. I'm card carrying member of the Beehive. They gonna come for y'all, not for me.
Why
I'm
come
good.
for us?
Because that's what they do.
We
mobilize.
We.
Okay. Well, you're also head of the Glorilla fan club.
I
No,
am.
I am.
No, we.
I
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
Oh,
we
I am.
share. We
No,
share.
we don't-
we don't share.
this.
No, we don't.
Oh,
Yo.
y'all got beef? I mean, that would be something to happen in the Glorilla Hive.
Listen.
Everybody got
I
beef.
know.
No.
I'm the head of the Glorilla fan club. Like, you can have Beyonce stay over there with that but Glorilla, you all right with me. You in safe hands over here. I got you.
You right now.
I'm waving that flag all 2022 and 2023 Glorilla. You are the one.
Well, we got some YouTube comments to get to. Let's get to them. It says here, oh, no, you're the YouTube comment reader.
And
My
it's
bad.
not some, it's just a YouTube comment. The
Oh,
only
one.
one that's ever mattered this year. Let's get to it. From Prague is the name. Eddie is such a great addition to the team. Why don't you make him the 4th official member of this team? Seriously. Should we call a vote of the people?
I thought he was already
Not
a
that our
team
votes
member.
matter. I think they mean like
they
every
want him
week.
here
Every
All
week.
day.
Eddie, would you like to do this every week?
Yeah,
It's really up to you.
Like, do I gotta fly out every
you
week?
hesitated for, because it was the flight. All right.
Yo, that's the Rap Life Review for Eddie Lowe and Nadeska. I'm Ebro. We here every week. Make sure you subscribe right where you're watching right now, and also add that Rap Life playlist so you have it when everything pops up. Add the plug too.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you add the plug and add hip hop and R&B throwback
Yes.
too.
Yes.
And R&B now.
Yes.
Add that. Add all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Rap Life Review. If you enjoyed what you saw, just show us that it's real. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment so we can hit you back on next week's episode.